Alright, probably playing for like 2 hours. And then I'm shiny hunting. Unless... Who is this? Dude, that'd be crazy. What if it turns out Bobos are actually caught at night? Okay, so those are 2 Kaji in a decent amount of time. I'm liking this. Yeah. Decent. It's like a one. It's probably a 111. What is this? A 350? It's a 370. Hmm. 122, 415. Lock it in. Oh, way off. I wanted so much more. I can't tell how big this is. I feel like I don't know anything. catch Mardans or not? Let's do it. Excuse me, that was gross. I have to say, strangely, if you're a person with allergies, the desert's actually the worst place to live. There's essentially 2 springs. It's beautiful, but disgusting. The drainage is real. The invasive species are real too, so yeah, that's the problem. And just because when it is time for all the plants to, you know, release pollen, it's the desert, so they go hard. They do not do it lightly. Oh man, some of like the flowers though are crazy because they just bloom at night when the sun's not out, and it's beautiful. They'll just wake up and see all these flowers across the desert. It's so cool. Although, I wonder how many of those are actually native. I don't know. I've learned a bit, quite a bit, but I was a biologist on the other side of the country where there's like, I think 1 species of cactus. There aren't even cactuses anywhere else on the planet, I think. Stretch. Oh. I said I was gonna shiny hunt. And then I was watching somebody else play this game. And it was like, dang. What if today's the day? What if today's the day I catch the giant fish? It's probably not today. But I want to give it a shot. And I'm going to give Pokemon at least the same chance. I'm going to give it 2 hours as well. Because I always get about 45 minutes into playing Pokemon, and that's it. I tap out. I can only, like, shiny hunt for 45 minutes. But I'm hoping, now that I've changed things up, I'm doing a new hunt. I'm actually running around looking at Pokemon. Instead of just, well, I can't defeat them. I'm doing a repel trick, so I can't level up. But hopefully I can lock in. Oh yeah, because I was checking out shiny Pokemon, because what I like to do is I like to start my day by checking the r/shiny Pokemon page and checking out everybody's shinies. Excuse me. And then if I see any that I'm like, oh dang, like that's a great one. Like they did Trainer ID. They got their dream one. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna leave a comment, tell them congratulations, try to get as many of those as I can in for the day until I see the posts from the previous day. And then I usually crawl out of bed because the cats are angry at me, and then I feed them immediately. Sometimes I just get up immediately and feed them. Because if I can beat them to the punch, I think it's funny. But usually can't. Usually don't. Only once have I ever woken them up, though. They're usually, like, trying to stay asleep, like, if I get up, because they don't know if I'm going to the bathroom or not, but only once have I ever actually, like, walked through the dark to get ready for the day and touched JoJo and, like, scared her. But usually one of them wakes me up, or I wake up, and the ones, usually it's Jiraiya. Sometimes June is, like, she's weird. Sometimes I'll wake up and she's just laying, like, on my chest looking at me. I can understand the old tales of, like, people thinking weird things about cats, because I'm guessing it's just warmth. I'm guessing she's just sitting on my core. And usually the spot between my legs is taken by Jiraiya. He's the first one awake every time. If, like, none of the other ones get awake, because as soon as I move, he runs. Because he likes to specifically, I think I've told this before, he likes to lay down with me, and then, like, oh, it's June in the dark. It scared the crap out of me. Okay, one second, let me push my chair up. Come on. Where are you? Jump up in the chair. I can't see you. You're so bad. You're a fucking black cat in the dark. I can't see you. Oh shit, what time is it? Am I just standing here? Ah, yes. Perfect. Well, that was not a good fishing day here, but whatever. You don't know if you don't try. We were having a stellar day over at, the other place. I should have stayed. We weren't catching anything big, but still a good day. So let's actually test something then. Let's see if we keep catching frequent Kaji, because that would tell me that leaving and coming back doesn't matter, and that's important. That would tell me that my idea of checking the entire map with all the baits is your best bet, because then potentially you could find which place is the best for every load. That would also tell me that when you load into the game, your fish are determined. That's important. Actually, that's... okay. Are we about to catch frequent Kaji? Do I need to be standing in the same place again? Oh, that's terrifying. The concept of that is scary. I don't think I'm in the same place. The very tip of the Shigura's tail was in my camera. Oh my god, I'm fighting my cat for my chair. Come on. You're ridiculous. Whether I yell at you to go away or I share the chair with you, like, there's no winning. Oh my god, she's like... oh my god, she has like weaseled her way in to this chair with me. Oh my gosh, you're so bad. Oh, I lost it for a second there. Oh my gosh, you're so bad. Okay, I think it's finally, probably, I think it's fishing time now. You want this nice light blue water. Oh, oh. I wasn't actually expecting a fish. I was petting her still. Shaking with one hand, petting the cat with the other. Oh my gosh, yeah, if we can knock out Kaji and Hamahama, we'll just get into Chapter 5 as fast as we can. Do some out-of-bounds fishing. Oh, yeah. Chapter 3 is my favorite overall now, because it's the first chapter you get name change tickets. It's the first chapter you can get out-of-bounds and into Chapter 6. It's the first chapter you can get out-of-bounds and fish. It's just so good. All that stuff. And again, I'm partial because of the whole pre-Lin challenge. But yeah, Chapter 4 is just so special. Oh! Very nice. Only 14 centimeters to go for record. I just leveled up my flight to max. Coincidence? Is it possible? The old theory that every stat increases your overall? I always liked that theory. If you're wondering why I'm doing strength last, it is the only stat that's been proven to not need to be raised to catch giant fish, which is really weird. But I spent an entire day leveling up a fishing rod to max one time, or it was a lure rod? I think it was a lure rod. And I just decided to do strength last, and I caught a 170 something, I can't remember. And then in one of Pokemon Fan 4000's videos, he catches a 172, I think, or something, like a 176. But he has base strength on the fishing rod. So, that's twice. It's possible. Oh, I don't know if I remember. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm not focusing. You goofy cat. You are. I'm glad we found a way to share this chair, but I can tell you're not happy with me. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. you. Oh, not as good. Okay, well. I was also not fully there. I got my cat. Do I want to try here? Do I want to go back to Mardan? I don't know, man. Might only do an hour. The fish aren't biting. It's not happening. I'm not going to subject myself to this. My FOMO was taken over. We'll at least do an hour. I just wish there was more nighttime. Even if I went to chapter 5, it's not like there's more nighttime fish. The Baron's a daytime fish, actually. Theoretically, you're supposed to swap between Barons and Mardans, but no real point in doing that unless you're going for records. But even then, I would just stay in one place. I wish there was at least a lure rod fish here so I could go for it, but there ain't nothing. Not even Nedgies. We need... Well, I was gonna say we need a 101 centimeter Mardan, but honestly, I've never even hit the 90s. I don't even know what my heaviest Mardan is. I don't know. I never really caught him when I was younger. I like knew they were there, but I don't know. I thought they were way harder to catch. I wasn't like good at fishing or anything like that. I only got good this year. Oh god, it's crazy to think. In December, it is December. I have officially been fishing for a year now. Oh my god. Which again is why it's so hard to believe that I've fished more than anybody out there. Because, like, I did a bunch of fishing when I was younger, but I didn't record any of it. And I know I didn't catch any record fish. If I would have seen that this game had fish that big when I was younger, oh, man. I didn't even know about, like, fish color changing until a few months ago. No, it's been like 5 months. That's more than a few. Few's like 3 or 4 max. It's been like 5 or 6. Oh god, it's probably been more than that. Man. If I caught... I don't even... Ugh. If I caught a Mardan as big as my tartan, 102.4, it'd be absurd. I wonder how big it would be. The tartan was massive. I can kind of picture how big. It'd be crazy. My gosh, could you imagine another version of this game? The third, whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna call it Black Cirrus. It's a great, what are they called when they come? Is it a code name? Or like they haven't named it yet? Ooh, it's corny, but Dark Century. Should be another single syllable. Dark Code. That's no. Unless Max is gonna turn into an elite hacker. Lee hacker to you. Whatever it would be called. It'd be so much fun, man. Just a bunch of fishing, bug fighting. What other mini games are there out there? I mean, like, oh my gosh, dude. It'd be crazy. Oh, wait. Hold on. I got it. I fucking figured it out. Everybody's been so mad at Sony this whole time. And I just figured it out, everyone. I think this is crazy. Hold on. Is Yokai Watch on? Hold on. So, I have a full 10. I'm having a tinfoil hat moment. Wait. So, Nintendo owns this whole thing with Palworld. Hold on. Nintendo owns the patent to the ability to throw spheres to capture monsters. And that's what they're suing Palworld over. And this, what are they called in this game? Gift capsules? I genuinely am wondering, because Sony worked with Palworld. They're like, that was a thing. I genuinely wonder if Sony snatched up this IP at some point. Because Nintendo works with Level 5 as... Dude, I honestly am wondering if this game is, like, stuck in hell. Because Nintendo, if they got pissy enough, would sue the shit out of a new version of it. They would just have to change the gift capsule. But, like... I honestly wonder now. Because we're seeing it play out. I don't have any gift capsule on me. We're actually seeing that play out right now. Holy crap. I don't think Sony's some 5D playing company. But, like... I wonder if at some point, like, some news came out in, like, the 2000s about them doing it to another game, and there was, like, a big scrap to acquire as many, like, IPs as you could. It just has never made any sense, and I'm wondering now if they saw Pal World and was just like, we gotta grab it, they'll hit it, and they did end up hitting it, and everybody's been like, why would they hit it over such a stupid lawsuit? And I'm wondering now if, like, a bunch of other games were at, like, risk in the 2000s for being hit with lawsuits from Nintendo. Wow. That's too crazy, right? There's no way. It's too crazy. Oh, it's 7 a.m. Oh god, wrong buttons. There's no way. Nintendo, I see it now. Nintendo's petty enough. But to do that? No. Well, because if Nintendo got a hold of it, it would never see the light of day. But it's never seen the light of day with... Nintendo would never even remaster it, though, most likely. Not saying that the PS4 one is a remaster. I'm not saying it is, but... I don't know, man. Maybe... Here's my prediction. If I'm right, when that patent ends, if it ever ends, we will finally see a Dark Cloud remaster, remake, or whatever. That's when it'll all happen. Actually, I wonder if that, like, Shadow of Mordor debacle, where, like, look, I don't even know what company made that game, but where they, patented their whole, I don't even remember what it's called, the ranking system, though, where, like, the orcs could rank up. I was gonna say the monsters, but they're orcs. I actually knew that. The promotion system. I wonder if there's actually, like, a secret legal world that just we're all completely ignorant to because we're kept ignorant to, and, like, it's just that simple. I don't know. Grasping at straws. If you've ever thought that I don't actually want Dark Cloud 3, there's your copium. Measure it. Hold it close. I don't know. It's pretty weird. I don't understand any of it, but I would have to see, like, the legalese, I think they say, the legal language. So I wonder if it's just, like, capturing anything in a sphere, because, yeah, that would lock down Dark Cloud 1 as well. Because that's straight up how Atla work, is they capture things in spheres. It straight up says that. Give it to me. That's crazy, man. That's actually crazy. Yeah, because Nintendo works with Level 5. They worked with Level 5 a lot. You could very easily see that being like a marketing, or not a marketing, but like a, well, I mean, it would be marketing from somebody's department, but I could see that being an angle, being like a larger company trying to like work with a smaller company, and then like, hey, like let's work together here. We'll buy you out, and you can work with us. And then their games never see the light of day, which is again what Sony pretty much did. But Sony's at least like, and this is crazy to even say, put it on the PS4 and PS5, and then put it in Astro's Playhouse or whatever. Whereas I think Nintendo would have bought it and just like hidden it from the world. Like, we can't let people know about this game. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong, and Tone and Max would have been in Super Smash Bros. I could be wrong. We could be sitting there with Dark Cloud 8, and Dark Cloud, what's it called? Dark Cloud Map Maker instead of Mario Map Maker, and maybe Dark Cloud took off with Yokai Watch being its background too. I don't know. Maybe there's a timeline. I can always be wrong. I've been wrong before. Maybe there's a timeline where level 5 gets in a different elevator and yeah, we're all sitting on our Nintendo Switches. The Nintendo Switch is probably through all timelines. I think it's inevitable. Those Joy-Cons are so bad. There's no way they're not in every timeline. But instead, we're all playing Dark Cloud Map Maker, making our own randomly generated maps, showing them off online. Everybody's like, check out my weekly map I made. And people are like, man, that's just 200 skeletons in Rainbow Butterfly Forest. Like, come on, dude. Try harder. Custom Spheda maps. Somebody just makes the fucking volcano, but every level's like sunk in a little bit and has the water from Ocean War Cave, so it's just edges in all water. Actually, you know what? That wouldn't be bad, because when the ball hit, it would stay, so it wouldn't bounce. You know what? I might have just sold myself on the coolest level ever of just water and the volcano edges. It'd honestly be pretty cool. I take it back. Now I'm sad. Now I just want to sit around on a couch with like an iPad and just design Dark Cloud maps. And then play Spheda in them. Aw, I made myself sad. I wish I was in this other Nintendo timeline. Well, I could have gotten luck or grip to 100 by now, I bet. Well, I'd be 2 points off, 3 points off. But not sure, really, which one I like more, obviously. Hence why I'm leveling them up at the same time. kind of excited about actually participating in the fishing contest now, though. I'm gonna catch some monsters. It makes me really sad that ISDL 29 didn't use retro achievements, though. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're like my only real competition. And they never posted their videos, bro. That makes me so sad. They fished 11 rounds of the fishing contest. They caught like multiple 150 500s, and they never posted it to YouTube. Who does that? How do you stream all of that fishing and then don't post it to YouTube? Because now I can't watch it. Which is so weird. I can watch other people fish all day while I shiny hunt. It's actually, I love it. It's one of my favorite things. I lock in when I find somebody else fishing. I don't know why. But I cannot shiny hunt while I fish myself, which is crazy because I can pet a cat while I fish, but I don't know, my brain, it's too much for my brain. It splits. I do that like SpongeBob face where my eyes go different directions. I do kind of have a fear that, like, if I get a camera, and this is a weird fear, if I get a camera, that, like, I won't get stressed out when my cats come over anymore, and they'll stop coming over, and that'll actually almost make me sad. Like, it'll lose its, like, haha, we're making them angry, and they'll just stop doing it, and that'll, I mean, I'll stop getting annoyed, but it'll make me sad, because it'll make me feel like they don't want to see me anymore, but it'll also, you know, I guess prove that they were doing it the whole time just to annoy me, and they didn't actually want to see me, so I guess it is a good thing. I don't know. It's one of the things, like, my June, when I first had June, she used to follow me around the house to the point where, like, I had actually fallen down because she would just walk between my legs as I was walking, and, like, you do what any cat parent does, and you just go limp. You just fall to the ground, you let the cat run, and you just fall to the ground. Because, my God, if you follow through with that step, that cat goes... It's crazy. You don't... There's two moments when, like, you don't... Like, you really realize how strong you are. And it doesn't really evolve... And it doesn't evolve another person at all. But something as simple as, like, a cat or, like... I guess it could be an inanimate object, like a bed frame, but, like, yeah, when you stub your toe or you stand up and hit your head, those are, like, the moments where you realize, like, you're just your normal, everyday, like, stand up, perchance hit your head, how much power you put behind it. But, like, yeah, like, when you're walking and you catch your cat with your foot, you're going limp, because if you follow through with that step, that cat's going into the air. But she would just run between my legs. But then we got the other two cats, and she stopped doing that. And she actually stopped talking for a while, but now she talks again. Not as much. All of them. They all used to talk all the time. And that was only, like, maybe a year and a half ago. They've all really calmed down. They're almost all 5 years old now, though, which is, like, kind of... you know, normal. But there was just a short time frame where we hadn't finished the other half of the house, so they were all just in my room all the time. And JoJo had just discovered the fridge, so, like, anytime she was hungry, she'd just climb on top of the fridge and she would just scream. It's more of a bow. Like a plucked banjo string. Sometimes I'll horribly do the Seinfeld opening just to talk to her. And that's how she'd try to get attention. And then June would just scream wherever she was. She screams. She just screams. And then Jiraiya has like a generic like cat yell. Just it sounds like a meow. Although he does bark. He has like a weird bark when he's angry. It's still a meow, but like he throws it like a dog. It's funny. He obviously learned it from the dog, but the funniest thing is they didn't learn much from the dog because the dog actually acts like a cat despite the fact that my mom didn't have a cat and we didn't have a cat for like the first 2 years of him. So like he just acts like a cat. So my cats are very cat-like. But he does do that, and oh my god. I've never owned related cats, so maybe it's just the fact that they're related, but like I think it's the fact that we had a dog with all of them, but they all smell each other's butts, and it's fucking weird. And I would think it's just the fact that like I have 3 cats and 2 of them are related and it's some sort of pecking order thing, but like it literally like dogs at a dog park. It's wild. And it's just like, damn, of all the things that you could have picked up from the dog, why is it that one? But they're my babies. I love them. I've had a lot of animals in my life, and I have to say, cats are absolutely my favorite. Dogs are great, but like looking back at it, and I'm no expert on this. I was a wildlife biologist. I can't tell for sure, but I think dogs have simply had separation anxiety for much longer than we've realized. And then there's also the fact that I think a lot of dogs, like breeds, I should say, need so much more mental stimulus and exercise than they get. But I don't know, man. I think cats are just easier. Maybe as a society in 10 years we'll like have a giant shift where everybody's got like a different dog, just because we've shifted towards not having dogs that need to, well, we've got shepherds and herders and hunters, and dogs are just so high strung and wired that they need constant stimuli to be or not be like that, I guess. But I don't know, because cats are like high strung as well, but again, I guess some people's cats are as destructive as a dog, despite the fact that they're small. I don't know. I don't know. I personally have the worst takes on animals. Why do I always change that? It's so funny. Can't actually do it. Oh, we're about to hit the hour mark. Do I keep going? What time is it? I don't know. Let's fish one more day. Let's fish one more day out here. Bait rod style. Let's do it. How far am I? Yeah, bait rod style. Let's do it. And then I'm gonna hop off and do some Pokemon playing. Lurk around Twitch. Watch some YouTubes. I had to redo my Twitch follows. I just wish I could do like the whole sidebar. I hate that, like, I don't know. I hate that you can only see so many people, and if you follow a certain amount of people who are online enough, you don't get to see other people, and it's just like, dang. I don't know. There's probably a better way to do it. but I'm starting to just not follow people who stream Dark Cloud 2 because I know I'm going to be checking Dark Cloud 2, and I'm trying to follow people who don't play Dark Cloud 2. I'm trying to there's an idea here. I'm going to figure it out. Because I check Dark Cloud 2 almost every day. So I think I need to not follow Dark Cloud 2 people so that I can see non-Dark Cloud 2 people. I think that's the strat. For real. Although I've learned that I've technically given up, there's quotes around that, on a lot of friendships because people will play Dark Cloud 2 and then I don't follow after, but man, it's hard. Like, it is hard to, because again, I know there's a way to do this, but like, I know there's probably a way to record myself fishing while I watch other people, but the only way I know to do it right now also records the person I'm watching, and that's awkward. I don't like that. I did that one time, and I could instantly tell that me asking the person made them uncomfortable, and it's just like, oh shit. Yeah, that's an awkward question. I shouldn't even have asked that. And then it was just like, I didn't even end up recording them because I was just like, oh god, that's awkward. Like, I tried to play it off. I was just like, oh, actually, you know what? I'm good. I'm not recording after all. I'm just gonna enjoy myself today. It's too stressful. And they were just like, oh, okay, whatever you need. It's just like, no. Why would I say that? The worst part was the person I was watching was just, they played the tutorial for the game for like a few hours, and what I was ending, like, it was for Cursebreaker. And what I was doing was I was hanging out with the dev, and I just wanted to like record a couple things of me and like the dev messing around with like some of the new players. And it was just like, oh, I don't want to end Laddie's stream, but I want to record like what the dev and I are doing right now. So I ended up just muting Laddie's stream and recording what the dev and I was doing. But I was just like, why did I even ask? It was like, I should have just muted his stream from the beginning. And it was just like, oh, that's so stupid. Like, I'm such an awkward human being. I was glad the first thing I did was ask permission, but it was just like, why was the first thing I did not just mute his stream and record myself? Like, oh my god, I'm so stupid. But I didn't want to miss anything. I haven't played Cursebreaker in a while. I feel almost no desire to. It makes me sad. I really, really liked that game, but I can't advocate it. Levels 50 to 100 are so poorly made. It's bad. It's gonna take them a while to fix it, and it's like they could have just left it out, fixed how the game was without it, and been done with it in half the time and started on a new game like they wanted to. But they're just, from the sound of it, they're just gonna dedicate to Cursebreaker, and that breaks my heart. But what the fuck do I have a say in? I was just a random ass dude. Actually, I was the village idiot. That's what my label was in the Discord. Probably should be using Eevee. Probably. Oh, dude, this is it. It's the 102 centimeter bond. This is it. I can feel it. Oh. Why couldn't you let me have it? Oh, man, that was a good one. Huge stretch. I looked like a dead spider for a second. Curled up. Beautiful. Felt great. That was not the fish I expected. Okay. Show me a 150 Bobo. That's a thing, right? $136 is the heaviest Bobo ever caught. I think 126 is the longest. Once my lure rod's max level, it's over, man. I'm just going to enact my old ways and start soft resetting for fish, and I'm gonna get crazy with it. I'm going to set all these records, and then I think I am gonna restart. I think I want to try a legitimate items only run. No shenanigans, no nonsense. I think I want to try the ultimate items only run. Some real professional stuff. Why did I put that away? Max, get close. Max. 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 Good enough. Okay, yeah, I am going to go have breakfast, relax, chat with my mom, hang out for a bit, and then I'm gonna start shiny hunting, and, if I do stream today, it will, I don't know, it'll probably be Borderlands, but, yeah. Don't expect me tomorrow, because I'm gonna be working on a project, but if I am streaming, it'll probably just be test streams for a Soul Silver, Soul Link. That's crazy to say. But that'll be fun. But yeah. Take care, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you all around.